The business meeting of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee will come to order. Today we're considering 13 nominations and 5 Foreign Service Officer promotion lists. I'm pleased that we have strong nominees before us today, both for critical positions at the State Department, embassies around the world, and the Department of Treasury. I'd also like to acknowledge the various members of the committee on both sides who have served as chair or ranking member for nomination hearings. We greatly appreciate your efforts, as does the administration. I would note that we are, unfortunately, still running into issues where we have been unable to move forward with a number of nomination hearings because of the lack of willing and available ranking members. I'd like to remind everyone that there is a lot more work to do to ensure that our national security agencies are fully staffed and that we will need to approach that work energetically and efficiently in the new year. We have between 20 and 30 nominations pending before this committee, in addition to the dozens of national security nominations pending on the Senate floor without confirmation. I know none of us came to the Senate to just do nominations, so the more efficiently we are able to address this aspect of committee business next year, the more time we'll be able to spend on the major foreign policy issues of the day. To that end, I'd like to ask all members for your participation and support in the upcoming year. Regarding the nominees we're considering today, while I will not speak about each of them, I do want to say that I believe they are all well qualified and deserving of their nominations, and I look forward to their swift confirmation. When it gets to that point, I will ask for an en bloc vote for the Foreign Service Officer promotion list and for the 13 nominees. But now let me turn to the distinguished ranking member, Senator Risch.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We do have a number of important positions up today. I'm only going to talk about two of them. The CEO of the International Development Finance Corporation is a particularly crucial position. This person will be charged with guiding an agency that has struggled to find its footing and for making tough calls about where and where not to invest. Mr. Nathan has the requisite finance experience to lead this agency. The DFC's current narrow focus on green energy projects, particularly those that involve Chinese-made solar panels, creates unacceptable expenditure of U.S. taxpayers' dollars, particularly regarding the funding of solar panels made with forced labor. If confirmed, Mr. Nathan has committed to work with this committee to urgently address this risk and ensure its borrowers' supply chains are completely free of forced labor-made products. I plan to hold Mr. Nathan to all of those commitments, and if confirmed, work with him to address these challenges and ensure the DFC remains focused on its core missions of promoting and protecting economic freedom. With regard to the Stewart nomination, which is not on this agenda, I was very clear in my request to the State Department for cables outlining allied feedback regarding the Biden administration's consideration of a no first use policy, a policy that Ms. Stewart has reportedly helped lead at the White House. I requested 7 cables total. The department delivered 1. This is not a responsive answer. It always amazes me that the State Department thinks they're supervising us and overseeing us as opposed to vice versa. Until the department actually responds to my request and takes seriously the oversight role of this committee, I'm not going to agree to move forward with consideration of this nomination. I hope that the State Department will commit will actually deliver those cables. With that, I'll go back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Risch. Without objection, we will now consider in block 5 Foreign Service Officer promotion lists and 13 nominations that have been noticed for this business meeting. Since they're noticed, I'm not going to read their names. They're all the people who were noticed for all the members of the committee. Is there any member who wants to speak to any of these nominations?
Mr. Chairman.
Senator Risch.
Just briefly, I certainly have no objection to that process. I'm going to have some people record no's if that's okay.
And they will be recorded as they wish.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
If there is no member seeking to speak to the nominations, is there a motion to approve these items in block? So moved. Is there a second? Also moved and second. The question is on the motion to approve all of the nominations as listed. All those in favor will say aye. Aye. All those opposed? There are none, at least non-verbally. With the majority of members present having voted in the affirmative, the ayes have it, and the items as amended are agreed to. I understand that Senator Risch wants, on behalf of some of his colleagues, to be listed.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, are we talking about the 13, or are we talking about the FSO list?
We did all of them, 13.
Oh, okay. Actually, the one that what did request withdrew. I'm not aware of any others, but anybody who's with us online, feel free to speak up. If not, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Well, these nominations will be, have all been approved with a favorable recommendation of the committee. They will be reported to the Senate as such. With the thanks of the chair, the ranking member, this hearing is adjourned.